Hello, love wrestling. It's Thursday night. It's 8 p.m. And you know what that means. It's another new episode of Between Two Beards.
Can we start off with the biggest news of the week? The Rats lost! If you've got the budget, I've got the time.
There he is.
Hey, boss!
There's the boss.
Hey!
The man with the finest beard on this screen.
Canadian men, boys, shut the hell up. Let me talk.
You see, the Rads are resourceful. When I got beef with somebody, I can find a way to talk to them.
Listen between two beers.
Hello, love wrestling. It is Thursday night. It is 8 p.m. And y'all know what that means.
Nope. What does it mean? What does it mean?
It means it's another new episode of Between Two.
Yeah! That's
Pluggo.
right. If you're here,
doing,
it's because
friend?
you listen to Thunder Rosa and you watch and listen to Between Two
Of
Beards.
course. I mean, obviously. Yes.
I'm good, man. I'm good. It's Thursday night. We're in the house. Scott's in the house saying good
Scott's
evening,
in the house
gentlemen.
saying good evening. If you are in the chat, you know the drill. Hit that thumbs up for us.
Like,
Share the
subscribe,
tweets.
share.
Like, subscribes, hit the bell for notifications. Do all that good stuff. Give us all the love. We didn't goal tonight. Why not? What are we doing? 15? 20?
Sure,
20.
15. Let's get to
We do
15.
20.
We are the lead into Quizplex. It's Quizplex
We are.
night. Who knows what we got? We've already got somebody hanging out in our waiting room that wants to hang out. But before we do that, after this, right at 9 o'clock, the spoiler over here, JPJ, is going to try to beat the returning champ, Mars the Specialist,
Getting zero
and
questions.
his short
I'm
king
getting zero
brother,
questions right.
Reed Matthews, and none other than Shaza McKenzie are going to try to answer Zach's questions. Those things are a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
It's certified booty. That's right. Shout out to Thunder Rosa. She rules. She's the best. She's my girl, Thunder.
Yeah. She is. She
Once
rules.
upon a
Right,
time, she put me on the spot on a vlog.
Did she really?
I was at Warrior and I said, "Hey, I'm like one of your biggest fans." She goes, "Well, I got to have you on the vlog." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Cool. I was like, "Hi, Mom." She like made fun of me. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
So we're like best friends. She did that for us.
We got a buddy in the back.
Returning.
Gonna pop on for a little bit. Returning, he's gonna pop on for a little bit. Say hello. It's late in his neck of the woods,
Or early,
believe.
whichever.
It's in the wee hours of the evening.
It's like
But
it's like
we're gonna bring on our
like
buddy.
Saturday over
Tom.
there or something. Tom from
Don't try that,
Tom.
man.
So like was like Tuesday over there?
No, Friday.
No, it's Friday morning. But is it 1:04 a.m. or 2:04?
104.
1:04.
That's
Come
your
on,
bedtime
man. That's
time.
late. That's
Scott over here saying Thunder Rosa's a bully for what she did to Izzy at Mission Pro. Listen, in my world,
Wait, what did she do?
if Thunder Rosa's bullying you, you had it coming. I don't know what she did.
She give her a comeuppance, or like we talking real life stuff? What happened? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Tom, how we doing, buddy? Good to see you.
I'm good, man. Like,
You good?
very busy at the moment. Like,
That's good.
but
Thing.
Oh,
very good.
That's a good thing.
Yeah,
Good.
this is not bad. Did you watch the Super Bowl, Tom?
No, American football does not interest me. I'm not
No.
gonna lie.
Wow, how dare you? How
Oh,
dare you, Tom?
okay. I was just curious.
dare
How
you.
Let me
big
ask you a question then, JPJ.
Okay.
does soccer interest you?
I do. I'm not going to say I'm a religious watcher. I usually work on the weekends for my job, but I do follow the Premier League. I do.
Oh, okay. So you're a glory hound.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. International soccer, I am into a lot more than club soccer.
Fair.
But I'm also in the United States, and we're not good. So I mean, it would be okay.
We're
if
not
we
a
were,
soccer country.
we should be better. But our best athletes don't play soccer, so it kind of
That's
rough.
true. It's like
I'm a former soccer player. I used to be a goalkeeper.
What level? How high did you go?
Are you ready for this? Champion of the men's over 30 B division league.
Wow.
Indoor rack, baby.
Man, I didn't know you had it in.
Co-ed champs Friday night.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
I actually never played soccer as a kid. Somebody of mine one time was like, "Hey man, we need a goalkeeper. Do you want to come play?" And I was like, "I've never touched a soccer ball in my life." And he's like, "It's fine, man. We lost like 15-0." And then, but because goalkeeper,
you were the goalie and you lost 15-0.
I never played soccer before in my life. Didn't know what I was doing. Listen, man, it gets 15. Better. But you know what I did?
15.
A real underdog story. I kept at it, kept showing up every week, got really good, actually became a pretty decent goalkeeper. Then some dude kneed me in the nose and I gave it up.
Wow, you got one boo-boo and you were like, I'm out of this shit.
I broke my nose and
broke my nose,
had to get 2 stitches and had to get a CT scan. And Mrs. Pluggo, listen, if Mrs. Pluggo was like, you're paying to do this, and is it really worth all the injuries? Not only that, broke the nose, had a bunch of knee, but had I kept playing soccer, JPJ, I might not have found this little calling and been here. So it all works out. Yeah, wrestling is now.
Scott in the chat is saying that Liverpool is falling apart just like the Red Sox. Yeah, owned by the same person. So
are they really?
Oh yeah. Tom. There, we have to wait 3 minutes before I can swear. But let me tell you.
Ask him about Cody Rhodes.
No. I am from Massachusetts, so the Boston Red Sox mean a lot to me. And the owner, who also owns Liverpool, I do not like. I am not a fan because he does not care anymore and hasn't for a while, and it makes me upset to my core. All right, so I will tell you this, and I'm probably going to sound like a basic joke, but when I first got into the Premier League, when the Premier League kind of got Joseph with it, good to see you, bud. We are well.
Joseph, what's up?
The first team I liked, and I don't know if this is, don't hate me, was Chelsea.
Okay.
They were the first team I liked, and the reason I liked them was because my favorite soccer player at the time was Didier Drogba, and he played there, and I liked him a lot. I liked the way he played.
Fair enough, man.
So that's why I liked them. But then I kind of aligned with Liverpool because of the Red Sox ties, and now I hate them everywhere, and I want them to sell everywhere and fall apart. That's what I want. All right, thank you. So, Tom, what are you liking? What's going on? How you digging wrestling nowadays? What's
So I'm going to be totally honest. Until a couple of days ago, I had not watched wrestling in a month.
Wow.
Okay.
How does wrestling's kind of hot right now, Tom? It's kind of
yeah, but it wasn't out of no desire. I don't know if you can see behind me. I'm in new digs.
Hell yeah. Well, I've seen
that's the only reason you're here, to show off your new digs. You're using us as a vehicle
show off my new digs.
Show off the new house.
Well, no, but
don't lie. It's all right.
No. So I'm in new digs, so I've had to wait a month for Wi-Fi and what have you. So
got it.
But I've managed to catch up on AEW. Is still going to be my thing, I think, just because it's easy to access. But somebody asked me this question the other day, because I'm a big Netflix guy anyway. Will I be watching more WWE when that goes onto Netflix? And the answer to that question is yes.
Yeah, I would be on Netflix.
The international audience, it sounds like, is going to be a lot easier. I mean, Netflix is going to be easy for everybody, but like in the United States, every show is on a different channel now. You know what I mean? So it's like
rough,
Raw's
dude.
going to be on Netflix, but SmackDown's going to go to USA where Raw is now, and then NXT is going to be on like CW.
The
So
CW
everything's
or
going to be
something.
Whereas internationally, it sounds like WWE is going to be on Netflix for everything.
Mm.
Oh, I got
PLEs, all
yeah.
you know. And then I think even for the first 2 years, the PLEs are still going to be on Peacock as well, because that contract goes through 2026 or something like that.
Something like that. But yeah, I'm a big Netflix guy anyway. I love my true crime and things like that.
All right.
Once WWE hits Netflix, I will be like,
Seinfeld.
yes,
That's what I watch.
yes,
Yeah,
that's
you're a Seinfeld
me.
guy. All right.
I'm Seinfeld
So you like
Brooklyn
the true crime?
Nine-Nine, believe it or not.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine, amazing
Go.
show.
That'll be coming to Netflix. Captain Holt.
So it's already on Netflix for the UK, by the way.
Oh, it's coming.
Not for
it's
us.
on Peacock for us, but
it's on Peacock.
This is great. That's a great segue, by the way, because you asked this great question. You said that you think AEW is going to be your thing. JPJ is our resident AEW head with firmly AEW, and I was thinking about this literally all day today, and I don't mean it in any shade whatsoever, because I absolutely watch AEW and I like AEW. But what storyline in AEW right now are you like super duper truly like just over the top invested in?
Top of my head, Swerve Hangman.
Yeah,
Swerve Hangman. Okay, so
no question.
Swerve and Hangman, and then Deanna and Tony. That was the first one that popped to me.
Yeah, Deanna and Tony I like. And then I am in on this current Mrs. Pluggo in the chat giving the wave.
Hi, Mrs. Pluggo. Hi. Hey, listen, if everybody in the chat, tell Mrs. Pluggo she's got to record a podcast with me this weekend.
Wait, are you doing that? What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm going to talk her into it.
Hell yeah. That'll be fun.
We're going to see if I can get her to do it.
Hell yeah.
I only brought that up because everybody's talking so heavily about the Cody Roman Rock Seth thing and how just like.
Well, I mean, listen,
that's next level. You know, I'm not. It's apples.
We'll talk about that too.
It's apples and oranges, but I thought I would see like where.
Derby, I really.
I was gonna say. I was gonna say I am very much enjoying this current iteration of the Young Bucks. I like it.
I'm really. Sorry, Jay.
No, you go.
I'm really hoping that Sting keeps the belts in my heart, but I know in my head he will. What's it called?
He's gonna go on his back, brother.
He's gonna go on his back.
Yeah,
I know.
We'll have to see. You never know. But most likely, I think he's an old school guy. At least that's the vibe. I would think he's been around for a long time, and it was kind of the unwritten rule that when you're going out, you go out on your back, kind of thing. So I assume we're gonna get the EVP evil Young Bucks as your AEW
with the doo-doo on their suits.
Oh man. I'll tell you what.
So all I've seen from this week's Dynamite, because of the fact that I was catching up, is that picture, and I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, very good, very very good. Tom, I'm not going to spoil anything like as a result or anything like that, but like those suits, they wrestled in those suits.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a nice touch. I like that.
Yes.
I'm invested.
I like what's going on there.
I know they go to BTE. I can't pronounce the name of their new finisher. It's too late in the day, but I know they go to do it to Tony Schiavone. That's all I know.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna let you enjoy that moment.
Not gonna
when it happens.
It's not.
I was yelling at my TV though. I was literally going, "Don't you dare!" I was yelling.
You're a big Tony guy as well, aren't you?
Yeah. I like.
If you're not a Tony Schiavone guy,
I like Schiavone.
I am. Don't get me wrong.
I'm talking in chats in general, so on the internets. If you're anti-Tony Schiavone, that's a you problem.
Definitely.
Yeah. He's a national treasure. He's a sweetheart of a man. At
Definitely.
least from what I see on TV. I've never met him, but maybe one day.
Maybe.
I hope so.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed, and I know you haven't watched it all, so we won't dive into it. But I enjoyed Dynamite last night. I thought Dynamite was very good.
I do feel like AEW's finally clicking after the Punk drama and the everything they've not been through. That's not the right word, but everything that's happened since the Punk drama and everything like that. I do feel like they're finally clicking. I don't know about you guys.
I would agree. I think, I think they're kind of hitting a stride here, and then they have bigger things on the horizon. They announced that show that's happening in March in Boston.
Are you going?
I am going. I'm going. I will be in the building. And Mercedes, they're not going to announce it, but everyone believes that Mercedes is going to debut there.
Not that's enough teasing to confirm it for me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's a huge get, man. That just puts them on another level to me. And I'm expecting. Yeah, I think AEW is going to be going this way the rest of the year. Like they're going to be kind of in a zone.
They're about to empty the clip here in a couple weeks.
Yeah, because then the rumors are Okada's going there as well, so he'll be showing up. You got Will Ospreay, who's debuting. They announced he's going against Takeshita. We're going to have a little Don Callis family battle. I did see that, and Revolution.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that will be a great match.
All I'll say is get Jericho off my TV, please.
Yeah. I do not disagree with that sentiment at all.
I think the last time I was on was Double or Nothing, if I remember correctly.
It was.
Of last year, and I felt the same then.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. It's like it's felt like. Scott, you're not wrong. I would say AEW, does seem to be the most stable organization at the moment. I think that is a true statement. There's a lot of things happening on the other side.
I suppose.
Yeah, they got a lot going on.
They got a lot going on the other side of things in WWE.
There's a lot. Wrestling's hot though, but I'm excited for the. I think that big business is going to be huge. I'm excited.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, I think that's going to be a giant moment for AEW. Boy, I wonder how they bring her. Do they bring her in straight going for a championship, or do they?
I think you have to.
I mean, you brought Deanna in pretty much straight going for the championship. I think you.
But are you going to do that right back to back? Like, do we think Deanna's going to be okay? Well, I guess the first question is, and we still have a little bit.
Deanna versus Sasha.
Do we think Deanna? Do we think Deanna is going to beat Tony for the title?
I don't know.
Because they obviously threw Deanna right into the title picture, as they should. She's incredible. They threw Deanna right into the title picture right away. Mm-hmm. Is she going to win at Revolution?
I don't
or do you think Tony wins and then I almost called her Sasha, and then Mercedes comes in and Mercedes goes right there and
time
wins
limit
it.
Draw, please.
Yeah. So it all really depends on. I mean, there's a lot of ways they can go. Because I wouldn't be shocked if Deanna just wins the title at Revolution. I would be like, okay. And then
what would you rather see? Some Mercedes and Deanna, or Tony and Deanna, or Mercedes?
I mean, it's win-win.
That's like
either way it occurs.
Apple pie or chocolate pie. They're both very nice.
Exactly.
And I'm not going to complain.
Yeah.
Well, you got to pick one.
Well, my thing is, it would make more sense if it was Tony. Because if you're going to give Deanna the belt only for Deanna to lose the belt a month later to Mercedes, I don't think that does anybody any good. So I would think,
she doesn't have to win it outright. You don't have to do that, but then okay. All right. Reset. If you debut Mercedes away from the title, what do you do with her? TBS title?
No,
what do you just how she's so big she doesn't she's so big she doesn't think. I don't know what you do with her then. You gotta do something with her. Maybe Deanna doesn't win and then Mercedes is the one that takes it off of Tony. Yeah. That's probably the best way to do it. So you don't back to back anybody.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. What else is and then obviously we have it's official now. It will be for the tag titles at Revolution. Darby and Sting against the Young Bucks.
I've made my feelings on that clear, but
that should be incredible. But the you haven't seen the segment from last night, the Hangman Swerve? What happened?
I've seen pictures, if that helps.
Okay. Yeah, they had a segment where all three of them met. Oh, we got Omar in the chat popping in.
Omar, what's
Hello.
good? Make sure that like button, hit that subscribe button.
Yeah. That match is going to be killer. That match is going to be killer. Do we think they pull the trigger and they give it to Swerve?
Yes, and he pins Hangman, which
Oh,
furthers Hangman's descent. I was having this debate with my new carer, who's a wrestling fan, today, right? Which furthers Hangman's descent, but also then Joe can go crazy and say that he didn't lose the belt. They do their singles feud while you build Hangman up, and then say Double or Nothing. Maybe we get Swerve versus Hangman for the belt. I think.
Does Joe lose in the triple threat?
Yeah, because Swerve pins Hangman. That's what
he
I'm
doesn't
saying.
have to be involved. Yeah, he doesn't have to be involved in the finish, and that way you can figure it out that way. You know,
that's just my thoughts.
And that it could go that way. I think it could go the way that Scott says as well, where Joe retains because of that kind of same reason. Like Swerve and Hangman can't stop. You know, they just can't stop fighting each other and going after each other, and that works to Joe's benefit, and he retains that way too.
Unfortunately, and I really like Hangman, the only conclusion that isn't going to happen is him walking away with the belt.
Yeah, I think so.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Hangman kind of the last couple of weeks, because Swerve is just kind of so popular, he's been leaning
I
to
like
the heel
him
side of things, and I like it too. I like it too. Yeah. How are you thinking about that? Hangman? Pluggo's got other priorities going on.
No, I
don't
was.
know what's happening.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I got something going on upstairs. I was like, "What's going on up there?" I can hear. I got to hear some crazies. I think Swerve wins it. I think he got to. He's as hot as ever. Put it on him.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever thought Joe was going to be some long-term champion, and we just had we don't need every title holder. Doesn't have to be.
I do like Joe.
Doesn't have to be a year long. Yeah, it's awesome. Ryan Sullivan's in the house.
Hello,
He's
Ryan.
saying Tom's right. We got Booty Goon. I'm thinking about what's going to happen in the triple threat. We got Booty Goon saying, is it possible that we get heel world champ Paige with heel tag champ Bucks? I mean, that would be fun.
I mean,
that would be fun.
I wouldn't object to it.
Oh, of course not. And then Scott says Joe should lose to Ospreay at All In London later this year.
Or that. No, I see him getting the TNT title first, maybe.
Ospreay? Yeah. I don't know. I think him at All In for either the world title or a major title, you got to do it. You got to do it.
Him versus Danielson, please. That's what I want.
That'd be nice.
Are you going to go to All In, Tom?
Purely because I was just going to say that I'm going to that show.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
That's my dream match.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Pluggo, you all right? World War III happening upstairs?
I'm about to start yelling. I don't know what's going on up there. I can just hear them like, what are y'all doing? Hanging out in the kitchen?
That's the cool thing about my new place, right? I hear nothing.
Oh, I don't have that luck.
Love it.
I don't know. Yeah, but we get it with the Ospreay and all. My thing with that is, do you wait that long and keep it on Joe and run the risk of cooling down Swerve or Hangman at this point because they're hotter as ever? No. That's my only worry, because that's what and then we've seen this before where it's like, well, we've got it mapped out, so we're just going to keep down this, but then things can happen, injuries can happen, and then you got to shotgun some ideas. So I'm ready for Swerve. That's my pick.
The way that I'll say that happens, I'll stick with what I said, which is Swerve pins Hangman, furthers Hangman's descent, but also you can do two sort of micro feuds, which is Hangman Joe over sort of the number one contendership, but then you can also do Hangman Swerve Joe over the belt when he's like, well, I didn't lose. I didn't lose my title. Back. Thank you very much.
I think that's a way to do it. I think that's a good way to do it.
TNT title's fun as well.
That son of a bitch, Christian,
Yeah, that. What are we gonna do with that? By the way,
I don't
Copeland's
know.
got to win, right?
Yeah, I
Like,
mean they're still going to.
and why doesn't
Copeland,
Copeland have a single friend in? He hasn't made. I know that the rumors, the Cutler tweet where he was like, "They need to stay in their lane." Getting heat.
Yeah.
Are you telling me that Adam Copeland hasn't made one friend that could come help him against all four of those people? Not one's going to come and break it up and help him out. He's got nothing.
I thought somebody has to.
I was sitting there last night and it almost felt like even Christian and Killswitch and Nick Wayne were waiting for somebody to come out.
Yeah, they were
like, are they
too easy?
Yeah,
this is too easy. All right, here it goes.
Even
FTR weren't in a feud with the Blackpool Combat Club, I would think.
Yeah.
Mother Wayne Mother Wayne was getting involved. Like in Edge ain't got nobody.
Yeah, purely because didn't one of FTR help train Edge to return back to wrestling?
Yeah, Dash. Cash. I'm sorry, Cash Wilder. He did, and he's friendly with both of them, so that would make sense. I thought. I know you haven't seen the match yet, but Moxley and Dax had a good one.
I have
had
seen
a real
that,
good
actually.
one to start.
Oh,
you saw that?
Really,
they had a real good one to start the show. I'm looking. You want to talk about a match I'm looking forward to? They're doing it on Dynamite next week. But Claudio and Moxley versus FTR, yes, please.
Hook that to my veins, thank you very much.
Yeah, they are going to beat the crap out of each other, and it is going to be a lovely piece of art. I cannot wait.
You know what I watched today, actually, because I was showing my carer because he hadn't seen it. The Continental Classic match, Claudio versus Brian Brian.
Yeah,
and
excellent.
I love that match.
There's a show idea, Tom. Show your caretakers wrestling matches, see what they think. Because they're probably like, "What is this?"
No. The carer that I showed this match to, he's a massive wrestling fan.
Oh, okay.
He's coming with me. He's coming with me to All In.
Oh,
hell yeah!
Very cool. Very cool.
That's awesome.
Exactly.
That's awesome. All right.
Hopefully, there won't be a massive brawl.
Yeah, I think this year they'll be safe. I think
hopefully they'll behave.
I think so. Hopefully. I hope so.
No real glass.
Now that you got Wi-Fi back, Tom, you going to be eventually getting back to interview? Like, what's the content side of things looking like for you in the future?
So I'm very lucky. We managed to do, because we knew the move was on the horizon. We got content till the end of March.
Oh, beauty!
I've had Wi-Fi back for a week, and I've already recorded 4 interviews.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Workhorse Tom.
So I've got one with friend of the show, Ella J, that will be going on very soon. Towards the beginning of, towards the beginning of April.
Okay,
cool.
One with, I've mentioned them on here before, but they Give Me a Whole Year crew that I really like. That they gave me a chance when I first started. I have managed to interview both Dom and Sam again. And then, what's the one that's got? Oh, friend of the show that was on a couple of weeks ago. SP3. That interview drops.
Yeah.
Tomorrow for you guys, today for me, if that makes any sense.
Yes,
it does.
Science.
You're in the future.
You're in the future.
What's
the future like, Tom?
At the moment, it's very dark, and I'm very tired.
I was going to say dark. It's 1:30 in the morning there.
I'm good.
1:30 in the morning. We got about another half hour or so here. We have the 1 hour tonight. There is a Quizplex tonight at 9 o'clock, and it is a big one.
Jay?
I don't know. I only get half points because I'm a spoiler, so I would have to really. I'd have to go perfect, I would think, in order to.
And have to have other people mess up.
Yeah. But I'm going to try to do my best. I feel like I'm going to get no questions right. That's just how I feel. But, I think I'm going to be okay. Pluggo was on it before.
He was here. I think I'd be very good at Quizplex. Not going to lie.
There you go.
Zach's book it, Zach. Yeah, I got negative 8
I was going to say Pluggo got -8 points, so I feel like as long as I beat that, I'm good.
How did I
get
-8?
Stephen Lawson were on Quizlemania separately.
Somebody
and they were both like, as long as I beat the other score, I don't care.
Yeah, somebody paid to have me get negative points, I think, and then I got 2 points back for saying Bret Hart was the GOAT. Because
is that the trick?
Because Canadians, they love Bret Hart.
So do I get 2 automatic points if I just like, if I'm just like, they're like, hey JPJ, what's going on?
Oh,
like,
what it was
hey,
is the question.
Bret Hart's the GOAT.
The question was, what is Bret Hart's middle name? And I said the GOAT.
Oh.
And I got two points from Zach for that. So I finished with a solid
what is
negative
his actual
8.
middle name though?
I don't remember. I think it's Sergeant or something crazy.
Really?
Yeah, it's something like Sergeant.
It would be a very cool like wrestling name if I remember correctly.
Yeah. But those questions, if you're in our chat and you want to play along and be in the chat, they're donating money for charity. So any super chats, you can help the contestants win or lose. You can give chaos points. But I can also tell you these questions are incredibly hard. I know Zach hates it when I bury his questions, but you know what, man? Listen, it is what it is. Maybe I'm just incredibly stupid because I didn't get any right. Not a 1. Not a 1.
But do you get negative points if you get things wrong? Is that one?
No, I'm saying somebody paid chaos points to give me negative points because there was a movement. There was a movement on my Quizplex that if we got $200 worth of super chats, they would have kicked me off the stream.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was this during your feud?
Most hated but never imitated Pluggo.
Was this during your feud with the Rads?
No, this was like a month ago. We're friends now.
This was like, I think that was the last version of Quizplex, right?
The Rads and I are friends now.
You know what? I was actually thinking of that when I was watching the intro, like I was just hearing it. And I'm like, we're friends with the Rads now, but the whole intro is all them shitting on us. Because it was when we weren't friends.
Shitting on them, if I remember correctly.
Like the whole intro is our blood feud with the Rads, even though now they're our buds.
Here's what we need to do.
I'm not in the intro as well.
You have to take that up with Zach. He made it. But what we could do is during the intro, like do that fake, like we dub it, where we just go, Pluggo JPJ rule, like when TY says, like I have a beef, I find a way to get, or like when Larry tells us to shut the hell up, we just have him we just have him dub, let's fucking go.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of like, oh man.
JPJ spent a weekend with Larry one night.
I did. I did. I went out on the town.
With Larry Woods.
After
how that's not recorded, I don't know.
I went to the LPW show. LPW 22 was excellent. And then afterwards, I went out on the town of Edmonton with Lumberjack Larry and Michael Allen Richard Clark. And it was a fun time. And I got back to the apartment at about 6:15 in the morning. So not going to go into details, but that is.
I would love to catch his LPW show. I'm not going to lie.
It was fantastic. I had the best seat in the house. I was right next to Boris. Dead on. Ring was right next to. Oh, it's lovely.
Did Michael Allen Richard Clark do push-ups while out at the bar?
No. He was singing though. He was singing a lot. He was having a good time. Some songs.
Was this the karaoke thing?
No, it was not a karaoke thing. It was.
What's your karaoke song?
Me or him?
You, Tom.
I have several.
Oh,
well, if you had to pick, I have two. If
I'm calling Tom Talks Rubbish to the stage, what song are you singing?
Yeah, what's the go?
You're gonna think I'm strange, but "Feeling Good" by Michael Bublé.
Oh,
okay.
Hey, all right.
You got pipes?
You got pipes? Yeah, dog.
No, I don't. I just have alcohol.
Okay, that's fair.
Liquid courage. Tom's got liquid courage. You gotta have some pipes.
He goes, I can beat Michael Bubble. I can do it. I will beat Michael Bubble.
Last time I did karaoke was at my work Christmas do, right? And my boss made the mistake of saying, "Look, guys, open bar. I'll pick up the tab the next morning."
Yeah,
£750.
Oh my god! Well, I mean, hey, look you got to go in knowing if you're offering it, you got to go in knowing you're spending.
Yeah, and so there's that one, but then there's a singer called Ollie Murs who's, I don't know how big he is in America, but he's very big in England because he's English and he's actually from my hometown. And he has a song called "Thinking of Me." That's my other one that I do as
All
well.
right.
There you go. There you
Fair
go.
enough.
What about you guys?
I am a Gangsta's Paradise by Coolio, bro. That's how I roll. Every time. If I'm doing it, that's what I'm doing it. I'm crushing it. I'm crushing it. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Oh, and I forgot, but there's become a tradition because of my wheelchair. At these karaoke events with work, they get me up on the stage singing "I Would Walk 500 Miles."
Oh,
There you
that's
go.
a great song.
Oh yeah.
Little known fact: the first cassette I ever owned was the Proclaim as 500.
Don't ask me how I knew that, but I knew that.
Yeah, first cassette I ever owned. Fun fact.
My songs
Pluggo,
were
yeah, what's your
always
song?
depended on the people I was with, but "Baby" by Justin Bieber.
What about the amount of alcohol consumed?
The Beebs.
Well, not anymore.
Not anymore. I haven't cared.
Back in the day, Pluggo.
Or I got Mrs. Pluggo's attention by singing some Cartel. I got some pop punk chide.
Cartel. All right.
Yeah, but
was it?
I thought you said Cartel.
I thought he said Adele, and I was like, "Get the hell!"
Honestly, I would sing. I used to run karaoke at a bar, so I used to sing quite a bit of things. Yeah, I used to.
Oh, okay, but you must have been annoyed at some of those people that get up there.
Oh, I used to get in arguments all the time because people would they would get annoyed with me because I wasn't the regular karaoke guy, and I'd get annoyed with them. Karaoke people, like career karaokeers that go out every night to karaoke are some of the hardest people in the world to deal with.
Nastiest as well.
They're like, my sound is off. My sound. I'm like, you're off.
I'd be like, dude, all right, we're gonna get into this. Lawrence said he goes Mr. Brightside by
That's
the
a
Killers.
good one.
Song. That's a good
one. That's
a great
my
song.
boss's tradition.
Yeah, that's a great song.
Every year.
In the town that I live, one of the main karaoke joints is an Asian restaurant, and they do karaoke literally Tuesday through Saturday.
Yeah.
Tuesday through Saturday. But Fridays and Saturday nights, it pops off in there. Like, that's what happens, right? I haven't done this. I haven't gone probably since before COVID, unfortunately. But, it was routinely hey, maybe not an every week thing, but we were there once a month minimum, you know? And there are people there that sing every time, and some of them are great, some of them are not. But they think this, you're at a Chinese restaurant in a town that nobody's ever heard of. You do not matter. It's Thursday night. Shut up.
The hardest part.
Sing your song, sit your ass down, and eat your chicken wings.
It's the people that have a dance routine with them as well that make me die.
Unbelievable.
The hardest part was always trying to keep the rotation because you'd have those singers that would try to sign up multiple times. Then you'd have the new people show up as and then you'd be like, well, it's about to be my turn.
I'm guilty of that. When I the song, I am guilty of that.
I had a guy come up to me once and tell me I was the worst karaoke DJ he'd ever met. And I laughed and said, yes, sir, I know I am. And he goes, well, I'm not kidding. And then I got into a fight with him.
Think about how that dude's brain works. Yeah, he's out and he's like, you know what? I'm out drinking, having a good time doing karaoke. And he got so mad at a fucking karaoke DJ.
I don't even remember what I did.
I'm gonna go tell this guy how I feel about him. It's like, bro, you need to go outside and take a fucking breathe.
You need to
go walk in a field somewhere. Figure it out. Figure it out.
You need to touch grass, as they say.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, he was like, he's like, I hate you and I want to fight you. And I was like, okay,
what?
All right.
For 2 hours every Friday night, bro.
Yeah, dude.
It is. All right,
not even that. I was the every other Sunday night DJ. The guy wanted one night off every 2 weeks. There was a guy that did it every night at this bar, but he wanted one night off. They gave it to me. I was like, it is Sunday night at 2:00 in the morning, dude. Don't you have work? What are you doing?
What do you like?
Why are you arguing with me? Listen, man, nobody is getting signed for their singing abilities within this context right now. I just relax, buddy. Relax, guy.
Listen, I enjoy karaoke, but I don't enjoy it enough that I would ever be like, let's go to a karaoke bar just to do karaoke. If there's karaoke at a bar, and I know that sounds really stupid, but I know what I mean.
No, I got you. I didn't do karaoke because my knee was a little banged up, and when I do Coolio, I get into it. Like I'm going side to side.
Oh, are you one of those dance routines?
I'm in it. Yo, dude, I'm in it. We're getting down. That dance floor's moving, and if it ain't, that ain't on me. That's on the people.
I'm gonna see if I can find the feeling good video from last time, and I'm gonna send it to you both when I get off here.
But I once attended a karaoke sesh with Nick Gage.
Ooh.
So he did not sing, but he was on the stage. Oh. He was there every time. Spencer, our boss, boss, Spencer Love, he sang and he did very well. And he got Nick Gage was engaging with him about it. And then it looked like he maybe wanted to punch Spencer. So he kept his distance.
Next time I speak to him, I'm going to ask him that as an interview question.
You should.
But this is a great way to say Spencer Love, who usually produces Quizplex at the top of the hour. I think he's giving the reins to Lawrence tonight.
He is.
So that'll be even more chaotic. It's going to be Mars. It's going to be Reed. It's going to be Shaza. It's going to be JPJ bringing home the championship for Between Two Beards. He's getting it done.
I don't think so. I don't think
he's going to be like Mars is a genius.
Mars. All right. I spent a weekend. So Mars stayed at Spencer's. Mars stayed at Spencer's.
Did you guys cuddle?
No, listen, what happened at Spencer stays at Spencer. But we stayed there, right? And he knows a crazy amount of wrestling because it was right around Royal Rumble time. We were watching old Royal Rumbles the whole week when we were just kind of hanging out. And he remembered like people who were coming out at Royal, like at every, like he just knew.
Like
I know a lot of information about Royal Rumbles and like, who was first, who won, stuff like that. But he knew everything. And then he'd be like, yeah, because after this, he was like telling me, and I'm just like, okay, well, and then I'm just like, all right, like I watched all that a decade ago.
Or blowing smoke?
No, he was right.
Oh,
he was right.
He's your reigning Quizplex champion, Tom.
Like, it's going to be hard to beat him. He might be the reigning Quizplex champion for a hot minute.
He's one of those champions that wants.
If you ask Mars the Specialist who wins everything, he'll say Mars the Specialist.
Maybe
and then he does win everything.
He does. He's very good inside that squared circle.
And
very good inside.
He also, for some reason, has access to all the streams here and just pops in and out at Love Wrestling whenever you say his name. He's just
true.
So he might just show up. Who knows? But. We love Mars. We love Reed, the Short Kings, the third Short King, aka the Between Three Beards podcast. I found out that this podcast might not be anymore, Tom.
No, that's not true. What?
No. They're gonna take over the world as the Short Kings that they are with their three beards and leave old tall Pluggo out of the mix.
Listen. I got nothing to say.
Because that it could happen because you three are gonna kill it.
No, stop. No, Pluggo. It's not happening.
Oh, as beard guides, I need your opinion on something. If I
you should grow one.
No, I'm gonna.
I see some stuff.
What do we think of the sideburns?
Sideburns.
We got to turn it so I can see.
Yeah!
Woo!
All right. Yeah.
Watch out, ladies.
Yeah.
Them chops mean business.
Yeah. So you just, you
they need a trim, but I like that down.
I don't think so. I think they look good. You got to just keep it,
Yeah, just keep
but then again, if you ask Mrs. Pluggo, this is getting too much for her.
Really?
Yeah, so I might have to trim it up.
I was thinking about this the other day. I think I asked you both this when I had you on my show. Like, would you tell each other if you were going to shave the beard?
Oh, I would absolutely not.
Or would you just show up one day on stream being like, "Oh, I look like a baby now"?
I'd be like, "Hey, JPJ, what's up?" And then like reveal.
And I'd be like, "Well, now the name of the show doesn't make sense, Pluggo." That's what I would say.
But then it grows back.
Well, I know it grows back, but
maybe
we're
I do it on
actually obliged to keep our beards because our show name is Between Two Beards.
Yeah, but I don't read contracts, so I don't.
Is that why I have to talk rubbish all the time then?
Yeah. See.
Yeah. What you gotta do? That's what you gotta do.
Is Zach actually gonna suplex a quiz later? Is he contractually? Yeah, get the Quizplex play on words. Boom, lawyered.
I'm not getting into this with you.
But we have company, so you're not going to yell.
Yeah, we're not doing it.
Keeping in the right frame of mind
Tom,
for later.
I know you said that American football does not interest you, but we'll probably spend the last handful of minutes or so talking about the Super Bowl.
I might duck out in that case then.
Yeah.
Okay. So for the next few minutes before you duck out,
Plug your
well, yes, we're definitely gonna have you plug your shit. That we will do that. So I know you said WWE is a little bit harder for you to access. Like, do you not access it? So have you do you not access it?
No, okay. I've seen things.
Okay. So you caught up with kind of these? Did you see the Seth and Cody thing from Monday?
And loved it.
Okay. I liked it a lot too. So that and the commercial that you didn't like it. Pluggo didn't like it. Go ahead. I want to hear it.
It's not that I didn't. I liked it. I just, again, for like the 100th time, kind of hate how they're doing Seth, and I also still kind of hate how they're doing Cody. When Cody's like, because of you guys is why I'm in this match. It's like, you could have just decided to be in the match. You chose not to be. Somebody explain to me what happened on that SmackDown. They're gonna do a Dark Side of the Ring about that SmackDown because it doesn't get mentioned ever.
Yeah, I was gonna say that SmackDown is never getting mentioned.
But no, Seth is cooking. My only issue is that his title kind of is not. He's building up Cody instead of building up his shit. This is not the time to be building up other people. You got to be worried about you. It's Mania season, dude.
Okay, so here's my thing. Is there potential that they're doing the tag match with Seth because of the knee?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the tag match will reduce how much he's going to have to do.
And
it's a way to get him through WrestleMania as the
match
belt
anymore either. I don't think
not at least at WrestleMania. I think night one, and I think you can see it from the WrestleMania trailer they released. Night one is going to be Cody and Seth versus Roman and Rock.
Yeah.
And then night two will be Cody and Roman.
Can do a one-on-one match anymore physically.
Anymore, period? Or do you think like just
current physically, state? I don't think he can.
It's fair. You don't think they eventually get to Rock and Roman one-on-one?
As a fan, yes. But did you see how gassed he was when he hit that spinebuster?
Yeah.
I mean, listen.
Colt popping in, Colpito saying, "Gentlemen, good evening, good to see you, friend."
My guy.
We're actually going to be talking football here in a few minutes, but we are talking.
Listen,
the whole Rock, Cody, Seth.
I'm not one to judge The Rock's physique because I look like this, but throw some cardio in there, bro. Just a little bit. A little bit, not a lot.
Well, do you think? I mean, obviously they pivoted. Cody wins the Rumble. He's literally pointing at Roman Reigns the night of the Royal Rumble saying, "It's you, buddy." Then from everything we've heard, the upper brass above everything was like, "No, we want The Rock to do it." Backlash ensued. They've pivoted, and I think they've done a.
Yeah, it's fine.
There are loopholes in this story that are glaring.
In the words of Jeremy Lambert and Joe Pearl, there are into the weeds to get through, but
yeah, exactly. But they, I think, have done a pretty decent job at fixing it and going a course that has me interested. I'm very interested in heel Rock. I'm very interested in him and Roman.
His cussing out Triple H promo.
I loved it.
I think that's what it is after the press conference.
Yeah,
Triple H has returned to the ring.
I wish. Everyone here knows how I feel. I know. Everyone here knows how I feel about Cody. I think Seth is great. I think the promos he's cut the last couple of weeks, the one where he was pleading his case to Cody, and then the one where he was telling Cody that he should be teaming up with them. I thought those promos have been excellent.
It still doesn't top the Sammy promo from last year, though, where Cody's
I agree.
You have to finish your story so I can finish mine. Still my favorite Cody promo, I think.
Yeah. And then guess what they did? They didn't finish this story.
I know. So, but that's a story for another day.
It is. All right, Tom. I want to thank you for being here. We want to thank you for being here. We're probably going to take the last 10 minutes to talk some Super Bowl stuff.
And then JPJ's going to jet right over to Quizplex and spoil the fun.
It's 10 to 2 in the morning. I was
going to say it's very late. I'm sure you're retiring for the evening as well soon. So tell the people where they can follow you. I know you kind of gave a little mini glimpse of your schedule coming up, but let the people know where they can follow you and plug your stuff, my friend.
So you can follow me on Twitter or X at Tom Talks Rubbish. You can find my YouTube channel, Tom Talks Rubbish, on YouTube, where I interview some of the greats in wrestling media about their overall fandom and how their overall fandom has been affected. These two fine gentlemen have been on the channel before. You can also find me on a podcast pretty soon about, which I will ask you two to share if you don't mind.
Of course.
When it comes out, it's called the Anthony Podcast. And he basically had me on his show. It's a disability sort of awareness show, and he had me on to discuss what moving out, living independently when you have a disability is like.
Very nice.
Nice. Yeah, no, we got you.
We'll definitely share that for sure.
And the interview that goes up tomorrow is with the great man that is SP3 from True Hill Heat. And when I say we covered everything, boys, we covered everything from his start in wrestling media to his to True Hill Heat, to work with Jeremy Lambert and Cassidy Haynes for Body Slam and Fightful.
Yeah. He's one of the greats. SP3 is one of the real great ones.
Yes, sir.
He's a good man. Tom, you are also one of the greats, my friend. Appreciate you. We'll get you back on. I know it's always late on your on your side of the things, but appreciate you hanging in, having fun, and we will talk to you very soon, my friend.
Yes, sir. Tom, you the man.
Speak to you soon, gents.
All right. Bye, Tom. See you later. There we go. Tom Talks Rubbish.
Boom. Legend.
Right.
Fucking
so
legend.
We got like, a little under 10 minutes here.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't know that Tom was popping in right at the beginning, so we were going to start with the Super Bowl, but I want to talk some Super Bowl.
Okay.
So, Kansas City, back-to-back. First time since my beloved New England Patriots in 2003 and 4.
Yeah.
How did you feel? Did you enjoy the game? First of all, wait a minute before we talk about the game, bro. Usher at halftime murdered it. He murdered it, guys. He was on
roller skates,
bruh.
Brought out Luda, brought out Will.i.am, brought out JD, Jermaine Dupri, brought out that lady
Alicia
from
Keys.
Alicia Keys.
He had her.
Who else? I feel like there was one more I missed.
Lil Jon.
There it is. Yeah.
Bro, when Little John showed up, and they did Turn Down for What, I was like, bro. I was like, this is just, what is going on? And then they went right into and I was like, this is
Pluggo was dancing the whole time. I think she hurt her knee.
Yeah, he played I hadn't thought about the song My Boo in 20 years, man.
I hadn't thought about
like
a lot
20
of those.
years.
Let It Burn.
And I was like, bro, oh man, he crushed it. Anyway,
speaking of karaoke, Let It Burn.
No, I can't do that. I can't hit those notes.
I thought the game was all right. I thought it was boring for the first half. There just wasn't a lot of
defense. They were
I like defense, but I like a little scoring too, because I had also predicted it would be like 35, 30.
I won money on the under.
So
that was the only thing I won money. All my bets, I got right on the under. But anyway.
But admittedly, San Francisco should have had a bigger lead. They kind of shot themselves in the foot a couple times early in the.
Yeah, like Kyle Shanahan. When you have a 10-point lead in the third quarter, I don't know how many times you have to do this to yourself. Run the ball. You have the best player on the field in Christian McCaffrey. He was unreal in that game, Christian McCaffrey. Yeah. Tough as nails, that guy. He's the best player on the field. You have a 10-point lead. It's the third quarter. Why is Brock Purdy? And I thought Brock Purdy played well. This is not me disparaging Brock Purdy. I thought he played pretty well. Why on earth are you throwing the ball 6 straight times? Run the ball. That is your whole identity.
Run the dang ball, Bert.
Screens. Like, that's what they do. They do the screens. They run the ball. That's what they do. And for the middle part of that whole third quarter, they were having Purdy in shotgun or dropping back 6 or 7 straight times, because punting the ball back to Patrick Mahomes and giving Mahomes the opportunity to get hot and become Patrick Mahomes.
Of the script, dude.
Stop it, Pluggo.
We had to get Taylor and Travis kissing at the end.
Cut it out,
bro.
You cut it out. They would have been kissing even if he lost it.
They just like the Niners. Yeah, they shot themselves there, but then they also couldn't stop. And the funniest thing about it is like for everybody that hates Tony Romo, which a lot of people, he said spatial awareness probably 75 times that game. But like he said it, he said third down, they're going to tee it up an all out blitz. They did it every third down and the Niners could not figure out how to stop it. Yep. So every third down, Purdy's got 7 dudes coming at him and he doesn't know what to do with the ball because he's Brock Purdy. Like I said,
I thought he played well.
And then the decision not to defer in overtime.
We talked about this a little bit before the show. Now, we got into a more larger argument because I said it last week when we were chatting with Rich. I am not fully sure that Shanahan is a good coach, and he was one of the reasons I was leaning Chiefs. The main reason was Patrick Mahomes is that dude, bro. He's that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. He's that guy. It went from Brady to Mahomes.
But he didn't even play super well until the second half. Yeah, no.
End of third quarter through, he was lights out, scoring every time.
Travis Kelce balled out.
Kelce was the same thing too.
But what did you think about shoving Andy Reid?
Yeah, not cool, bro. That guy's like 70. You're a fucking stop it.
You're a grown.
I get it. Super Bowl. He's a heated guy. He's a heated player. Like he's that's how he is.
Had they lost that game,
if they lost that game, he would have gotten crucified.
Yeah,
for that.
Yeah,
and he talked about it on the podcast, and he admitted that he shouldn't have done it. And his brother kind of called him out and was like,
"Yeah, I like that. I like that."
You shouldn't have done that. Yeah, the older brother and Jason was like, "You shouldn't have done that."
Come on,
and he was
bro.
like, "I know." But that's the relationship they have. Earlier this year, when Kelce got pissed again and he threw that helmet at whatever game that was. Andy Reid if you find the footage, Andy Reid walks right over to him and Andy Reid shoulder bumps him and goes, "Hey, grow up, like cut the shit or whatever." Yeah. So it seems like that's their
Travis Kelce is like
that's
35.
Their relationship. Yeah. Travis Kelce's 35, but he acts like he's fucking 24. It's part of the reason why I hate him. But it is. I'm just being truthful. He's a great player. I like it. He's become way more likable to me with the podcast and stuff like that. But the stuff he does he's a great player. He's not better than Gronk. He's never going to be better than Gronk. Stop saying he's the best tight end of all time. He is not. He's a receiver. He doesn't block. Okay, thank you. But like for me,
yeah. Well, Gronk misses field goals like a bum.
No, he does. 0 for 2. Come on, buddy. You can't miss the second one.
Yeah, dude.
You can't miss the second one.
You snubbed John Cena in that commercial for this kick, and you missed it. You bum.
Come on, John Cena would have hit that kick.
No, it was overall. It was a fine game. Like I said,
I thought the ending was great.
I thought it was hilarious that the Niners were like, we didn't understand the rules of overtime.
I did.
What are you doing? And that's Kyle Shanahan's fault, though.
Yeah, no shit, because he's not a good coach. I said it. PLUGGO.
I know, but
run the ball.
No, I didn't understand it either. I was like, the clock's gonna run out. Are they just gonna continue? Because the Chiefs won this thing with like 3 seconds left in overtime, and I'm thinking like, dude, and that Niners defense when they lost Greenlaw because he got that fluke injury. The defense just gassed themselves, man. They couldn't keep up. You had to do that knockout punch. And they just couldn't do it. They couldn't. Purdy couldn't put it in the end zone.
Awful.
Jennings was the one that put it in the Brock Purdy. I don't think threw a touchdown pass.
He threw one to Jennings.
He threw one to Jennings. Jennings threw the one to McCaffrey.
Yes.
Okay, so he threw the one, and then it was field goals. Yeah.
McCaffrey. If the Niners would have won, McCaffrey would have ended up being the MVP, as he probably should have been. He had like 160 or 70 total scrimmage yards and at least one touchdown, maybe 2. But Jennings was good in that game. But all right, we got a minute left, PLUGGO. Do the thing. Let the people know where they can find you. Let the people know where they can find us, my man.
Go Taylor's boyfriend. You damn right, Mrs. PLUGGO. Damn right. You can find me at PLUGGO_ on Twitter, at PLUGGO Loves Wrestling on Facebook, at PLUGGO _ B2Beer on Instagram, TikTok, all that fun stuff. You can find the show page Between Two Beards at B2Beards on all social media platforms. You can find me here Saturday night with Big Bad Boris, Dash to the Park, and Blair Pacheco for 4 Exposure. We're going to be previewing LPW 23 Slam Boat Willie, baby. And then Monday nights, Unplugged with Pluggo on your favorite podcast application. Maybe Mrs. Pluggo will join me for this one.
Hell yeah. You can find me at JPJ Loves Gaming on all social media platforms, even on YouTube and Twitch. So go give me some love, give me some follows. But you stay right here, right after we get off right now. Quizplex is coming in a few minutes, and your boy is going to be on it with Mars the Specialist, The Thickness, Shaza McKenzie. It's a big one, folks, and it's coming right after we hear from our girl, Sue. Everyone say hi to Sue.
Hi,
Pluggo and I will see
Sue.
you all next week. Firmly AEW Sundays at 10 as well.
Boom.
Peace out.
Peace.
Hey
Peace.
there, Pluggo and JPJ. It's Trent's mom, Sue, and I have a bone to pick with you. So, I understand that you guys are being real idiots and spending your entire monthly budget. You've got to be kidding me. This is not the way to be when you're trying to run a business. Your boss, Spencer, is really pissed off at you. I'm pissed off at you. You have some nerve. Get a grip. You have to control yourself. You can't just go out and spend all the money that you're making, you Two Beards guys. Oh no, this is coming out so stupid. Anyway, behave yourselves, or I'm gonna cut you off from watching AEW. You're no longer gonna get to know, be able to meet my son. What? Oh, or me. I'm sorry, this is like, I don't know.